Mr. President, the decision of the Supreme Court did not dwell on the intrinsic merits of the impeachment complaint filed against the Vice President. It zeroed in merely on the procedures and the processes taken by the House of Representatives. To repeat, it declared the whole impeachment complaint constituting the articles of impeachment to be unconstitutional, violative of due process, void ab initio. Simply because the rules of procedure in impeachment proceedings in the House of Representatives were never followed. And they violated the 1-year ban on multiple impeachment complaints as prescribed under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 5, which says that no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than twice within a period of 1 year. Napakasimple po ng sinasabi doon, Mr. President. No impeachment proceeding should be initiated against the same person more than twice within a period of 1 year. Ilan po ang impeachment proceedings, impeachment complaints na ipinail ng House of Representatives? 4 po eh. The first one started in December 2. Sumunod po December 4. Meron pang sumunod na December 19 hanggang sa umabot po noong February 5. Yun nga pong ipinangangalandakan na impeachment complaint which was signed by more than 1/3 of the members of the House of Representatives. Nasunod po ba? Nasunod po ba ang tuntunin ng House of Representatives? Noon pong nag-require ang Supreme Court, Mr. President, tinanong po yung House of Representatives in connection with the 2 petitions filed by several parties before the Supreme Court. One of the items required by the Supreme Court is for the House to give the status of the first 3 complaints filed. Ano po ang sagot ng House of Representatives? Yun daw pong unang 3, the one filed in December 2, December 4, and December 19, were all archived. Nasaan po sa rules ng House na yun pong mga impeachment complaints na ipa-file ay archive? Wala po. Pwede po bang ipakita yung slide na kung saan ay makikita natin ano po ba ang proseso kapag may nag-file na isang impeachment complaint? Ayan po yung Rule 2. Ang sinasabi po sa Rule 2, Mr. President, hindi sa Rule 3, sa Rule 3. Rule 2, Section 3. A verified complaint for impeachment by a member of the House or by any citizen upon a resolution or endorsement by any member thereof shall be filed with the office of the Secretary General and immediately referred to the Speaker. Bakit hindi po nasunod ang tuntunin na ito, Mr. Speaker? Kailan po ni-refer ng Secretary General sa opisina ng Speaker yung impeachment complaint dated December 2, 2024? Kailan po ni-refer ng Office of the Secretary General yung impeachment complaint na i-file noong December 4? Wala po silang sagot. Kailan po ni-refer ng Office of the Secretary General yung impeachment complaint that was received on December 19? Wala po silang sinasabi. Kung titingnan po natin ang sagot ng Solicitor General in behalf of the House of Representatives, ang sabi po nila, the Secretary General diligently referred simultaneously all the impeachment complaints to the office of the Speaker on February 5, 2025. Immediately po ba yan, Mr. Speaker? December 2, December 4, December 19, at isinama po yung February 5, all of them were simultaneously referred to the office of the Speaker on February 5. 2 buwan po ang kanyang ginugol para lang i-refer sa office of the Speaker. Ano po ang immediate doon? Wala po. Wala po silang sinunod. Wala silang ni-repair at ni-repair nga po delayed. Nung ma-repair po, ang sabi po ng Solicitor General, the 4 impeachment complaints were included in the order of business doon po sa session number 36. You will note, Mr. Speaker, hindi po niya ibinigay bilang annex yung order of business in section number 36. Ang kanya pong ipinakita ay yung journal number 36. Bakit po? Sapagkat hindi totoo na yung 4 na impeachment complaints were included in the order of business. Mr. President, I have a copy of the order of business, session number 36. And I will deposit a copy to the Office of the Senate Secretary for everyone to see and examine for themselves kung talagang in-include nila sa order of business. Wala po. Saan po nila in-include? Doon sa journal. Iba po yung journal sa order of business. Alam po niyo kung bakit lang nalagay sa journal, Mr. Speaker? Idinagdag po nila as additional reference of business. That is not the requirement of the Constitution. Pwede po ba nating makita yung slide, ano sinasabi po ng Constitution? A verified complaint for impeachment may be filed by the member of the House, blah, blah, blah. Ang sinasabi po rito, iba yun. Hindi po yun. Sorry po. Nakalagay po, in-include sa 10th session day. Yun po yung section number 36. Hindi po totoo yun. Ilang violations na po? Kanina po, in-archive po yung tatlong violations. Hindi po ni-refer sa Committee on Justice. Pangatlong violation. 6 na po. Ngayon sinasabi po, in-include po sa order of business. Hindi rin po. 3 violations na naman. 9 na po. At sabi po nila, yung session 36 is the 10th session. Hindi po. Bilangin po natin yung December 2. That was the date when the first complaint was filed, endorsed, and received by the Office of the Secretary General. December 2 is session number 26. Mr. President, bilangin po ninyo yung session number 26 up to session 36 na sinasabi ng Solicitor General. Yun po ang 11th session. That was not the 10th session. Ang 11th session is session number 35. Just for the record, Mr. Speaker. So ilang violation na po yan? Balikan po ninyo yung Rule 2 na nandyan po sa slide, Mr. Speaker. Ano po yung mode of initiating impeachment? Ganito po ang sinasabi ng rule of the House of Representatives. Impeachment shall be initiated by the filing and subsequent referral to the Committee of Justice. Ito po yung Sereno versus, Francisco versus House of Representatives. Verified complaint for impeachment filed by any member of the House of Representatives, i-repair po sa Committee on Justice. Verified complaint filed by any citizen upon a resolution endorsement by any member thereof, i-repair po sa Committee on Justice. A verified complaint or resolution impeachment filed by at least 1/3 of all members of the House, i-repair din po sa Committee on Justice. Bakit po ang ginawa nila nung makakuha sila ng higit sa 1/3, dali-dali po nilang tinransmit sa Senate? Ang pagkakakala po nila, Mr. Speaker, sapagkat ang pinagbatayan po nila ay yung Rule 4 na kung saan in Section 14 sinasabi po endorsement of the complaint resolution to the Senate. Ang sinasabi lamang naman po noon, Sir President, ay yung pamamaraan kung paano po i-endorse yung impeachment complaint that was signed by 1/3 or even more members of the House of Representatives. Hindi naman po sinasabi doon na hindi na sa i-repair sa Committee on Justice. Bakit po nakalagay dito sa rule? Kailangan i-repair din siya sa Committee on Justice, but they never did. Mr. Speaker, Mr. President. So ilang violations na po ito? You cannot use Section 14 in isolation of Section 2. Hindi po pwede yun. Binigyan po ba ng discretion, Mr. President? Was the House given the discretion to select, to withhold and select from among the 4 impeachment complaints, which will be the one to be transmitted in the Senate in derogation of the 1-year ban rule? Wala po silang discretion. Kung sila po mismo ay hindi sumusunod sa tuntunin, bakit po ngayon ay napakarami pong nagsasalita na parang akala mo ay ang Supreme Court pa ang nagkasala, ang nagkamali. Samantalang ito po, napakasimple po ng tuntunin, hindi kailanman sinunod. Even the 10th session day na sinasabi nila, 11th session day nung ilagay po nila sa order of business, sabi nila, they never included them in the order of business. Wala po. Nasa akin po yung kopya. Ano ba po ang pagkakamali? Mr. President, ipakita po natin yung last page ng impeachment complaint. Pakita po sa slide. Ayan po, Mr. President. Subscribed and verified before me. Sabi po ng Secretary General, tambahin kopya ko rin. Subscribed and verified before me on this blank day of February 2025. Wala pa pong date. Ito po ba ang verification, Mr. President? Hindi po. Ang verification po ay nakasaad po sa mismong tuntunin ng House of Representatives. Balikan po natin ang Section 3. Ano po ang sinasabi? Section 3, Paragraph 2. An impeachment complaint is verified by an affidavit that the complainant has read the complaint and that the allegations therein are true and correct of his personal knowledge or based on authentic records. At the very least, yun ang dapat na ilagay po. Nakalagay po ba sa verification dito? Ng Secretary General ng House of Representatives? Wala. Ito po'y parang jurat lang sa isang affidavit. Sinasabi lamang po dito, kilalan niya yung nagsipirma sa isang dokumento. Na ang dokumento ay naglalaman ng 32 pages. This is not the verification required under the rules of impeachment by the House of Representatives. Ang totoo po, kung balikan po natin ang Section 14, nandyan po sa slide. Isinulat na po sa tuntunin kung ano po ang dapat kopyahin nila para magkaroon ng tunay na verification. Hindi pa po nila kinopya. Mr. President, ito po yung contents ng verification na dapat sana yun ang nilagay nila sa complaint. We, sabi po rito, after being sworn in accordance with law, depose and state that we are the complainants in the above entitled complaint or resolution of impeachment, that we have caused the said complaint resolution to be prepared and have read the contents thereof, and that the allegations therein are true of our own knowledge and belief on the basis of our own reading and appreciation of documents and other records pertinent thereto. Kokopyahin na lang, Mr. President. Hindi pa nakopya. Mr. President, alam mo po, nung ako'y grade 4, yung teacher po namin, binigyan po kami ng isang short quiz. I-drawing ninyo kanya yung Bicol region. Siguro po 1963 yun, Mr. President. Yung Masbate, hindi pa kasali sa Bicol region. O hindi, kabisado ko naman po sapagkat mahilig po ako sa social studies, Mr. President. Meron pong dalawang nangungopya sa akin. Yung isa nasa likod, yung nasa kaliwa ko. Yung nasa likod po, nakopya niya pong tunay yung aking drawing. Pinagalitan siya pero ipinasa po sapagkat nakopya niya po yung aking drawing. Yung isa po, nangopya na nga, hindi pa niya nakopya. Ang kinopya po, Masbate. O wala po. Hindi po siya nakapasa. Ano pong ibig ko sabihin dito? Kokopyahin na lang eh. Alam po ninyo sa mga litigation lawyers, practicing lawyers worth their salt. Wala ka lang certification of non-forum shopping, i-dismiss ka ng Supreme Court. Maliwanag po yun. Hindi subscribe yung complaint mo, dismiss ka kagad. Mahigpit po ngayon eh. Ito po, this is an impeachment complaint. You are removing the second highest official of government. Yun lamang pong verification. Sablay na po. Ano pong nakalagay dito? Section 3, paragraph 3. An impeachment complaint required to be verified which contains a verification based on information and belief or upon knowledge or information and belief or lacks proper verification, katulad po nito ngayon, shall be treated as an unsigned impeachment complaint. So pwede pong tratuhin pala ngayon sapagkat wala pong verification. It may be treated as unsigned impeachment complaint. Paano ba yun? Pagkat magsasalita po ang napakarami. Alam po ninyo kung, Sir President, kumbaga po sa nagluto ng sinaing, pasensya na po kayo kung kinakailangan ako po'y gagawa ng pagkahalin tulad, ano. Ang impeachment complaint po ay parang sinaing na niluto ng House of Representatives. Hilaw po eh. Hilaw na hilaw. Ano po yung hilaw sa Bicolano, Mr. President? Hilaw din po yata. Sa Bisaya, hilaw din po. Sa Kapampangan, magadto, Mr. President. Sa Waray po, matagudtod. Sa Ilonggo po, lagdos. Sa Ilocano, marakusol. Sana po tama ang aking pagkaka-pronounce. Ang dami pong nagsasalita, Mr. President. Doon lang pa po sa House of Representatives, isa pong bagong pasok doon. Ngunit patagal na pong nagserbisyo sa ating bansa. Naging senadora, naging Secretary of Justice, naging chairman ng Human Rights Commission. Alam po ba kung ano sinabi niya sa isang panayam? Ito po, nakuha ko. Harap-harapan na tayong niloloko. Kakaibang korte ito. Sana sa palengke na lang final ang impeachment case. At least doon, may nagtitinda ng totoo. Sana po, magtinda po siya ng matagudtod na kanin dyan sa Samar. Baka may bibili kaya. Pwede kaya siyang pumunta dyan sa Pampanga po para magbenta ng magadto na kanin. Kung may bibili, baka sakali. Pumunta kaya sa Panay para magbenta ng lagdos na kanin. Wala po siguro, Mr. President. Baka ngayon dagan dingding, hindi pa patusin. Huwag pong ganun. Ang dami na pong nagsipagsalita. Samantalang hindi po nila nakita. Ang dami, kayo po nagsimula ng mali. Hindi naman po sinasabi ng Korte Suprema na kailanman ay huwag kayong mag-impeach, huwag na kayong mag-file. Ayusin nyo lang po eh. Yun lamang po ang gustong mangyari dito. Ayusin nyo. You want to impeach the Vice President, do it in the right way. Hindi naman po tinignan ng merito eh. Ang sinasabi yung proseso, hindi po nyo sinunod eh. Sinasabi na nga, walang impeachment complaint bukod sa isa. Laban sa isang opisyal sa loob ng isang akalain mo namang 4 po kagad ang ipinay. Pagkatapos yung 4, i-consider mo na isa. Hindi naman po yata tama yun, Mr. President. Mr. President, gusto ko pong basahin isang parte ng official statement of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines and the Supreme Court's decision in Duterte versus House of Representatives, August 1, 2025. And I quote, "Disagreement with the court's reasoning is neither unwelcome nor unexpected. Dissent is not foreign to a democracy. It is essential to its survival. but to incite public repudiation of its authority, or even just to call for its outright defiance, erodes the very foundation of the legal order. Such actions disturb the equilibrium of powers and imperil the integrity of our democratic institutions, especially when appropriate legal remedies remain available within the framework of our constitutional system. If every adverse ruling becomes an invitation to disobey, the law ceases to be a constraint on power and becomes its casualty. The Constitution does not require agreement. It demands adherence. Ang sinasabi po ng mga ibang kasama natin, magpapile pa naman ng motion for reconsideration. Bakit hindi natin hintayin? As I said, Mr. President, if you are a practicing lawyer worth your salt, you are confronted with the unanimous decision of the Supreme Court. In a firm voice, it says this is unconstitutional, void ab initio, violative of due process, and the Senate never acquired jurisdiction over this. And it is immediately executed. Parang sinasabi niya sa'yo, wala ka ng room mag-file niyan. Is anyone expecting that even one soul of the members of the Supreme Court will reverse himself? We cannot depend our action, Mr. President, on the fortunes of litigation. Naalala ko pa nga po doon sa kaso ng Francisco versus House of Representatives. The former Chief Justice, Renato Puno, in his separate concurring opinion, naalala ko po ang sabi niya, with the possibility of 2 impeachment complaints reaching the Senate, the good Chief Justice said that the Senate, in the exercise of its primary jurisdiction, can decide the question of whether or not the 1-year bar rule has been violated or not. The Senate can even decide if on its face the impeachment complaint has no legal basis. At ang sabi pa po niya doon, Francisco versus House of Representatives, sabi pa niya ron if the Senate finds that the 1-year bar rule is violated or that the impeachment complaint has no legs to stand on, that will be the end of the entire controversy. He was saying that let's give all the remedies available to the House and the Senate because of their primary jurisdiction. But when the case is ripe for judicial determination, it was the view of the former Chief Justice that the Supreme Court at that time, and only at that time, when it can speak with great moral authority in order to compel the loyalty, the respect, and the obedience of our people. Mr. President, when the Supreme Court negates the actions of a co-equal branch of government, it does not assert its superiority. Instead, it upholds the supremacy and the dominance of the fundamental law of the land, the Constitution. And so the Supreme Court has already spoken. The last arbiter of law, it says the complaint is unconstitutional, is void ab initio, is violative of due process. The Senate never acquired jurisdiction over this. It is immediately executory. On that note, Mr. President, I respectfully move that the impeachment complaint be dismissed. I so move, Mr. President.